Welcome to SiasaCentro. The question is, why do we focus on Mount Kenya politics? Why not the politics of the whole of Kenya? There are several reasons. 1. Because we want to go deeper in our analysis. 2. Because Mount Kenya politics is always treated in wholesale. 3. Because there are many stereotypes around Mount Kenya politics. 4. Because the ground is shifting in Mount Kenya politics. Mount Kenya occupies a unique place in Kenya's political economy. The mountain gave the country its name. Out of Kenya's 5 presidents, 3, Jomo Kenyatta, Mwai Kibaki, and Uhuru Kenyatta, have come from the Mount Kenya region, specifically the Kikuyu community. This is an important factor in understanding national narratives around sharing and distribution of resources. Economically, Mount Kenya contributes a substantial chunk of Kenya's GDP through high-value agriculture, agro-processing, small business, and a vast professional class in Nairobi's finance, tech, and legal sectors. In addition, the region has a sizable segment of the country's diaspora, particularly in the UK, US, Australia, and Canada. The Kenyan diaspora influences Kenya's political economy through remittances, investment, and political influence. Early adoption of Western education has shaped Mount Kenya. Missionary schools such as Alliance High School were established early in Mount Kenya region. Facing land alienation and cultural erasure, Mount Kenya communities embraced formal education not to westernize, but to navigate and eventually contest colonial power. That legacy created a culture where education is security, a mindset that persists to this day. But uniqueness isn't just about success. It's also about trauma, fracture, and unresolved history. Mount Kenya bears colonial legacy of divide and rule, loyalists versus Mau Mau. That division did not quite end. It evolved into political factions, business rivalries, and generational distrust. The Mount Kenya unity we hear about? Often a myth masking deep internal fault lines. One result this division is a siege mentality. Why does Mount Kenya politics feel so defensive, so zero-sum? Because for generations, survival meant expecting betrayal. From Maasai raids to Arab slave caravans, threats came from all sides. American historian Carol Elkins writes that more than 1.5 million people from Kikuyu, Embu, and Meru communities were locked up in detention camps between 1952 and 1960 during the height of Kenya's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. Thousands were brutalized. That chapter of Mount Kenya's history was quietly swept under the carpet. This trauma only reinforced the siege mentality in Mount Kenya politics. It became a collective posture. Protect your own, trust no one, secure your position. This mindset is going to form the basis of many of our videos as we go forward. As you can see, there are many reasons to focus on the politics of Mount Kenya to gain a deeper understanding of the region. Subscribe to our channel so that we can journey together. See you in the next episode of SiasaCentro.